Okay, guys, how you doing today? Welcome to this brief conversation I'm going to be having with Dr. Cosmas, and we are looking at why we want you to start a business in diaspora. Hoping to talk to particularly a lot of us who in diaspora. Myself and Dr. Cosmos have a conference in London, 26th and 27th of August or July this month. And then in August 23 and 24, we have here in Houston, Texas. We just want to talk to you guys about why we're putting together such an event. What are some of the things we're really trying to push in our community? So as you're joining me, tell me your name and the city that you're joining me from. Okay, and that is very important. What's your name? What's your city? And it would be nice to get to know you better. It's important to get to know you, your name and the city you belong to. Okay, can we get to know you? Your name, your city, your name and your city. Anybody else? Okay. Let me see. Who else do we have here? We have Adekunle from Lagos. Okay, welcome Adekunle from Lagos. Who else do we have? Adekunle from Lagos. Who else do we have? Okay. Let me see if Dr. Cosmos is here. Tijani from Lagos. I'm seeing a lot of you from Lagos. Don't we have people from other parts of the world? Emmanuel from Abuja. Okay, we have Peter from Russia. Russia is here. Chijoke from Oyebanji from Lagos. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else do we have? Yeah. How are you, sir? How are you doing today?
I'm okay. Steven, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's good to see you, and you look slimmer. What's going on, sir?
I thought I told you I've been on top of the mountains.
Yeah.
This is my this is my 23rd day.
It's obvious. People can see it, and I'm like, I'm curious to ask you this question. So I see people like yourself, Doctor. I mean, Daddy Gio, still talking about fasting at this age. Is there a rule to? Is there a time to stop fasting as you age, or is it that once you have been used to it from young age, you can continue to older age? But some people will say if you're above certain age, maybe you should reduce fasting.
Um, that's a good one. I haven't given it a thought. Maybe I'll take time and find out from my doctor if there was anything. I knew I used to donate blood about 3 times or four en route. But when I turned 65, they told me not to come anymore. That I hit a limit and keep an impeccable record. So um, I did 3 times that year, but they stopped me. So it might also be the same with other things. I haven't really find out scientifically whether there is, but we knew Joshua was at the age of 80 and told that when he was still as strong as if he was in his 40s. So
Mm,
I knew those people fast. Moses fasted for 40 days, 49. Elijah
mm,
did for 40 days, 49. Incidentally, there were no record how old any of those guys is, including Jesus and the rest of them that did it. So that is only Jesus will assume he did this in his 20s because he died at 33, or maybe in his 30s, So, and ministry here on earth maybe was 3 years. So, but the rest, we couldn't guess the years where they're able to do it. So, but it's not only that I started it at the tender age, but you need to keep consecration. You never get to a point you think God has become your colleague. So to come into his presence, you need to be in the mood that you can get him to hear you and when you say things. So if there are things that comes in your mind and you will have need to fasten. Take for instance, you can fast yourself away out of your financial problem. You can fast yourself away out of a health situation. There are many things that fasting is a key. When Jesus said, I give you the keys to the kingdom, if it's not important, he wouldn't have be very specific and say, this type does not go out except by fasting and prayer. So if prayer does all of the things, so fasting for me is a spiritual energy, to a booster to your prayer to do something. Let me tell you, there is a mail with a guy. I did a transaction that tried to be funny, but I knew he made commitment to me in email. And I looked for this mail, searched for it for months. I couldn't find it. I said, okay, maybe I'm an old man. I got my daughter, my son, and tell them, please go after this, my third son. They went to the mail, traced everywhere, junk, this, that, and told me that such a mail never really come. Now, because this guy already has started acting funny, I said, could it have been that he recalled this mail? They looked and said, my system cannot allow you to recall the mail you sent to me. I said, Zia, and I'm not gazing. It was not in my head because I couldn't part with $2 million without having a clear commitment. They say it's not there. During this fasting by 2 a.m., the Holy Spirit woke me up and told me to go to my inbox and put proposal for business. Here the mail pop up. It was when I showed this to my kids, they were what is so I've seen this. People have had me said I turned an investment of 2 billion naira and sold it for 14 billion in one day. This happened during my 40 days fast, one of my 40 days fast. So a lot of people see me, they envy me, but they are not willing to pay the price I'm ready to pay. And so you can't get the result. You just have to stay where you are and where, everybody wish to be successful, but it's predictable. There are laws that control those things. So if I'm not a Christian and I worship devil or I'm an idol worshiper, there are some ritual that I need to do to appease the God that I worship, or to appease some of the things that are in my house that I believe nonsense that cannot do anything. So, but we don't know, we don't value it, and only very close member of their family know. But we Christians are lazy. In average, my average mind that Christians are lazy. They just there are things God did for you when you become a Christian because this journey we are making is the same thing with the children of Israel coming out of wilderness. But in the wilderness, God took care of them, provided them everything they require, and keep on telling them, when you get to Canaan, you see grapes that you can pack, all of the beautiful things that they told them. Once they enter Canaan, manna ceases. It is a time for management. If you're expecting a manna, you die. If you manage well, you live. Then the season change from manna to management. Now, into that land that they have arrived, that he promised them all of this, they have to all drove out the anarchists in their villages, the Jebusite, all of this. What did they require? War. Oh, we thought when we get here, we have peace of mind. We have left Egypt. We have crossed Jordan. We have gone through all of those things. This is a place of rest. No, that was the time the war began. And that's where many Christians make mistake. When they receive the baptism of the Holy Spirit, they think it's a resting place. It's time to cross their leg. The devil never came to Jesus until he was baptized by the Holy Spirit. And when that finished, Bible say clear, he was led into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. When you get there, you are going to meet 3 wide attack. That's what Jesus is tempted with. And every one of us are subjected the same thing. Woman, money, and popularity. You are going to go through all of them. So, if you are not willing to zip up, then you are not ready on the journey. Your appetite is going to be tested. Your power dream is going to be tested. A man with money, a man with power without character will be satanic. Because many of us have been praying for God to give us power. But God cannot give us power until we develop and build character. Do you think if I have power 20 years ago or 30, 40 years ago, I went to American embassy and they refused me visa, I would just tell the man to turn 7 times in that cage. He will turn around when he sit down and ask him, do you want to change your mind or you continue? Because I have power.
Yeah.
So that's why power corrupt. If you don't have the Holy Spirit, you can misuse power and they will destroy you. So this threatens many wealthy people or ordinary Christian. Money can be a snare, whether you are a rich man or a poor man. Okay? So we need to really find the places of all of these things in the Bible, but with the guidance of the Holy Spirit and with the right key, every door will be open before you. That's what I know. I'm a living example of doors opening in people's life. I've seen God, not stories. I testified in different areas of my life. Things has happened that is left me in amazement. I only cry when I see how it happened, you know. But so I don't pray with my consecration. I don't pray. It's not just prayer. It's not just prayer. That's why many people make mistake and get frustrated with their prayers. Your prayer can frustrate you because if other things are not right and you just, live like a demon and expect God to be your houseboy under your thumbprint, that is an idol, because you are looking for God in your own image.
Mm-hmm.
God that will be God. He doesn't demand anything from you, but you just give him command and he's obeying you. It doesn't work like that. When we say he is Lord, it means he's our owner. We have no second thought coming.
Mm-hmm. Powerful.
His will is our command. There's no but, no good attitude in it. What he tells you to do, you do.
You do.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's it.
Come on, guys. Can we celebrate Dr. Cosmas? These are powerful secrets. And by the way, share this video, get more people to join us. And today's conversation, we've not even started the conversation. The whole place is on fire. You know, that's the power of 40-day fasting, I guess. But I want to ask one question before we get into today's conversation. The conversation today is why we want people in diaspora to start their business.
Sure.
As you begin your tour to London for the Business Growth Conference London, and then the one in Houston Business Growth Conference in the US, we want to start talking to our people in diaspora. But I wanted to ask, I've heard Cristiano Ronaldo doing this same thing. I don't know that you know him. He's one of the football legend where he donates blood on a regular basis. Is there a reason why? So, I mean, you are the second great person I'm hearing talking about donating blood. Is there a reason for that?
If I tell you there is any particular reason for it, I will say no. But it's when you understand that your bone marrows build blood very easily, and if blood built on you, the blood cells will die within a period of time. So it's kind of wasted. And you see people have accident, bleeding to death. The profit for me, because it's everything you do have profit. Fasting has profit. If I start sharing with you the health benefit of fasting, if you are hypertensive, do 21 days fasting without, just drink water. You will go off your medication.
Really?
You will go off your medication.
Wow.
Your blood pressure will read 120/80 all through the time. It
Wow.
doesn't.
Wow.
If you are diabetic, do the same thing. You see your blood sugar reduce, because the things we eat are part of the thing that put pressure on our system to pump blood and doing all of those things. All your system will normalize. You don't, because if you are fasting and empty stomach, you don't need to take any drug. Keep on checking them and see whether they go up or better. So if you maintain that same normal standard level of life, you go off that medication entirely, you are cured. So the benefit is enormous. You lose excess weight that you don't need. People only think they are going to die. It's only in your mind. These 21 days, I drank only water. Every day, I walk out for 1 hour, 20 minutes.
Wow. At
Till
65.
till today, I still walked out. This is my 23rd day.
But it's is it you? But you eat in the evening? Is that it?
No, I did 21 days, no food, no juice, only on water.
Ah.
At the end of 21 days, I drank clean soup. I ate first an apple. You never know the taste of apple until you fast, because by your tongue is corrupted with many things you have been eating. By this time, after 21 days, your tongue is so clean, you can eat food without salt and it tastes good. You won't miss salt. It's
Wow.
corruption that you gave your tongue. You eat a baby food, it will be good in your mouth as an
Wow.
adult. But then we start corrupting it after the fasting. So I took clean soup on the 21st day night, and fruits, 2 apples, and one bowl of grapes. That's it. Now the following day, I took mama and pap in the night. So now
Mm.
I'm going to be taking one apple. I'm going to be taking one meal for the next 19 days to complete the 40 days.
Ah. Okay. 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 At 65, guys, come on. Am I the
At,
only
six,
one excited?
at 67, not 65. I'll be 67 in December 24.
Jesus. So at
Yeah.
67, that's a serious. That's it. I mean, I won't be surprised if you're younger. You'll be okay, but at the age, it's really. Well, let's go to today's conversation. One of these days, we'll bring you back to talk of benefit of fasting and benefit of donating blood. I'm not sure you eventually landed on the
Yeah.
benefit of
No,
the blood.
I believe when I donate blood, it's like to change the oil in your car. When you change it, you have fresh oil.
So
So I
good.
live for that 40 something with fresh blood. So, and it does too many things for me. They won't take your blood without screening it. So if there are any disease, they will not take it. So you know the state of your health almost on a regular basis, because I go 3 times. Every
A
quarter
year.
you can donate. I have gone during my fasting period, and they test me and told me I'm not fit. They will not take from you because they don't have responsibility to kill you. So they had to monitor you. There are something they did first. If you are not fit, they ask you to go home. Then when you are fit, that's when they go screen the blood before they take from you.
Hmm. Wow. Okay, that's good.
So you can't you can't have HIV and come to give blood, So
Of
so
course.
they will not take it, So
Mhm.
all of those things, they will know. So by the time they test your blood, so it help you knowing in a constant, or you can't have hypertension, hepatitis B or something, and
Yeah.
they give you number. So by the time they are testing the blood, so I believe I lived like young men all through because of that blood that I changed. I changed
Mm.
my oil. In
Mhm.
fact,
Wow.
I spoke to my staff one time and convinced the people from Root. They came with their blood bank, and they were hesitating. I lie down in their front. They took my blood. Everybody queued up. So about 65 people donated blood for them.
Wow. Wow. Okay, guys. So, I mean, please let me celebrate Dr. Cosmo. You see why I call him a sage? Just celebrate him one more time. Please share this video. Let's get more people to learn today. Now, I want to ask all of you here, how many of you are currently in the UK or you are in the US? I'm bringing Dr. Cosmas to the UK this month. He's preparing to leave. In the next few days, he'll be joining me in London. And then I'm bringing him to Houston, Texas as well. So if you are in the UK or you're in the US or you're willing to fly down, some people are coming from Canada for the US one. Some people are coming from other parts of Europe for the UK one. So if you live in these cities, kindly indicate, and you will love to come. One of the things we're doing today, which is good news, is for every one of you who sign up right now, you're getting a 50% discount on the tickets to attend the event. If you sign up today, immediately while we're here. The website is on the screen, www.businessgrowthconference.org, and you can use the coupon code GBC50. For those of you attending the VIP version of the tickets, it will be a 2-day for you. By the second day, we'll have dinner. You have one-on-one time with me and Dr. Cosmo, one-on-one. Like, you can tell us about your business, how you want help, how we can advise you. Of course, we're not promising you anything, but we can at least guarantee we're going to give you counsel and how we can, because what you need most times is not the money, it's the counsel. It doesn't mean that businesses have invested in, but it has to make sense. But it will be an opportunity for you to network. Aside we the speakers, you're also meeting other high network people in the VIP session that you'll be networking with. So, and we'll have dinner together for those of you in the VIP session and all that. But I want to start with, I don't know your experience with Africans in diaspora, and they are the ones, the title of this conversation is Why We Want You to Start Your Business. We see situations whereby people are doing very well here in Africa, and by the time they travel out, they give up on their dreams. They give up on entrepreneurship, and many of them never get back to entrepreneurship. Why is it still important, even when people migrate to the Western world, to still consider entrepreneurship, even though it's a lot more difficult? That's my first question.
Coming again, I was thinking on something, because when I said I find this smell that I was looking for,
Yes.
a lot was at stake. The guy that I did business, that I asked him to commit in writing what we agree, and he committed that the $2 million I'm giving him will give me 40% profit of the business, and he will earn 60%. And $60 million was at stake. I never knew from day one he had interior motive. So it was a different email address that he used to send that mail to me. People started with his regular email that we have been communicating. He has started saying, I loan him money. He promised to pay 20%. And he paid me 2.8 million already. I'm still demanding something. I should say what he can, dash me. I say, my friend, you are not dashing me money. We are partners. He said, he started using the language. I'm taking advantage of him because I'm rich. I'm trying to intimidate him.
Wow.
So when I found email, I now wrote him, put the email. I said, it's not your word against my word. I didn't forge your email. This is your commitment in writing of your own volition, and said this is what the whole thing is. So whatever you say or whatever I say, same material. Mail, written, things written down cannot controverse itself. So do the proper thing, or I will let people know that you are actually not a man of integrity. So he decided now to come and see me and start. You see, record important. And
Yeah, that's important.
if I hadn't find this, I was at weekend, because all I'm saying, people will say, who is telling the truth? If
Yeah,
what I'm saying is truth, where is the evidence? But I
yeah.
was relying on the guy that he could not, do anything different. So I just find out that you need to, people you thought you knew very well, you never know them until
Money
money
is
or
involved.
power. That's
Yeah,
why I said that whatever we say we are only claiming it until it's subjected to a test.
very good.
Every you claim will be subjected for test for authenticity. It's
Mm.
only it has been tested. That's when you will say you have it. So, so come in again with that question, Stephen, please, because
No, no
I,
problem.
I
No
was processing.
problem. Yes, that's okay. And so the question is, I mean, today's conversation is why, and by the way, those of you who are not in diaspora can attend the event virtually. So that's okay. But the question is that we noticed that a lot of our people are very entrepreneurial when they are back in Africa. But by the time they travel to the Western world, they give up on entrepreneurship because it's a bit tough. Why do you think that even those in diaspora still need to consider entrepreneurship?
Stephen, I think it's very simple. It mustn't be entrepreneurship, but I would rather say to deploy your gift, because
Mm,
there's no gifted human being anywhere you are. So we're all born with gifts that we need to find,
yeah.
to offer it to people so that they can pay us. I said with confidence that salary anywhere, whether here in Nigeria or in diaspora, is a medicine for poverty, but it can never cure it.
Mm,
If you are diabetic and you live in insulin, you live a normal life. You need a miracle or something dramatical that is not scientific.
mm,
Like I was saying, that person can do a lot in that instant.
mm,
But if you're just trying to depend on that drug, your life would depend on it. The same thing with somebody who is hypertensive. So stay on your job. It will give you money. You pay your bills. Any day the bill is not paid, you are in the street. So therefore, find your gift, refine it, and deliver it to people. If you know you could speak to people, you can be a freelance seller to some other organization, among other things you are doing.
mm,
But start something small on the side and
yes.
give it attention and see how it develops. I think
Mm,
the major thing is the fear. The fear.
yes.
If I gamble with this $5,000, if I gamble with this $10,000, this took me 10 years to get. Yeah, it will take you another 10 years to get another $10,000, because bills are coming every month, and some of
Mm,
them are living on credit. And you say you are blood and all of those things. So it's if you don't do anything to change your situation, it can never change. So
mm,
just saying poor I am poor, I am poor. Why are you glorifying poverty? Why don't you think, how do I come out of it? Is there anything more I can do? Even in diaspora there, the owner of Kentucky Chicken get to that point in his life at 66
Yes.
and wrote
Yes.
suicide mission. But there's something he was gifted. That was when he had self-conversation and something tell him he can fly a chicken. How did he become dollar billionaire at 88? He started flying, delivering it from people's house. Chicken with that has a special species, then others start coming. You can start with changing abroad. Many of us don't manage well. You have oven in your house and you are living abroad. Why don't you bake cake and deliver to people and start selling it? You could do the first one pro bono and share it. People will like it. The order will start coming. When you come back from home, you start mixing things and baking cake because the oven is useless, only waiting for you to Easter to make a turkey. Why don't you start using the things you have to create business? You have car. Why don't you use that car? Buy a car that can carry garbage so you become garbage collector and you own your own business than buying a flashy car you go and park and taking bill. Take a loan on top and complicate your life. Why don't you buy a car that you can start making Nigeria dishes, delivering it to people's house? There are many things you could do that you can deploy the gift you have only because people haven't looked inward. They keep on looking outside and keep on seeing objections. Then they live procrastinating and die procrastinating. That's why the grave is the weightiest place on the face of the
On
earth.
the promise, yeah. And I agree with you absolutely. By the way, those of you who are, in diaspora, if once you're in diaspora, we will be giving you opportunity to ask direct questions. So if you are in diaspora and you are an entrepreneur, I will be picking maybe 3 of you to ask questions. So what you want to do, you can type, there says a Q&A box in this chat. You just see question mark, click on it, drop your question there. But if you want me to bring you up live to ask the question directly, feel free to also put in a request for me to pull you up. One of the challenges people in diaspora face is they are conscious of racism. Many people feel there's a systemic structure that doesn't make entrepreneurship easy, and there's a lot of regulations and policies, and sometimes they feel people have run into trouble, so they just want to stay off and just get a job. How do you think people need to change their mindset about this?
It's because they are not willing to confront the challenges that is ahead of them. This same rule that you say that exists was not made for you alone. It exists for everybody who is an entrepreneur in the city where you live. Don't personalize it. When you have victim mentality, you are not going to move any further. All people are doing is being afraid, giving excuses why their life cannot improve and change. Don't give excuse. The only thing is that you will remain poor if you are not willing to do something different. Sometimes ego is number one thing that's also disturb our people. I'll start going to clean people's house. Is that what I come abroad to do? If clean people's house make you money, if clean anybody's shoe make me money, It's a legitimate job. I will clean it gradually, gladly, and let him pay me. But I will develop entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? It's to find service gap that exists, how things could be done better, and bridge that gap for people. Then your reward will be money. So think, 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 not outside. Everything you need to be a billionaire, God already deposited it in you, not outside of you. But the fear to confront the day is what makes people scared. One is that I get up every morning telling myself nobody will say no to me. I live with optimism. Your belief to succeed must be greater than your fear to fail. So that's how you are going to approach life for something to happen. But if you feel intimidated by the system, the oppressors like those kind of things when they see that you can't stand up to them and that you already accepted that mindset that you are their slave. They will be giving you order and you'll be doing everything that they want you to do. Stephen, we need to know when to stop because I need to conserve strength. I'm speaking by 6 o'clock this evening again. So, it's only after that I will go and break this fast since I started breaking it. And
No problem. Can we
worry now.
take three more questions? And then we're good because we're still under the 1 hour. We're just trying to do an hour. So if you can take three more, we're done.
Yeah, I don't want to exceed the 1 hour, but I can take
And
it.
we won't exceed the 1 hour. So good. So people have been dropping this question about fear of going to jail when they do business in diaspora. So
You know
yes,
why
sir, go
that
ahead.
fear is very strong?
Yeah,
Because they are not willing to. When they make money, they start cheating government and changing it. You know already that the system is going to scrutinize you even more
yeah,
than every other person. Why not
yeah.
live above? Why not live above the board? It comes to with the issue of integrity. Why are you afraid you are going to go to jail? Did they say anybody who set up business will go to jail? I have a company in Japan. I've not gone to jail.
And you're very right on this. I think I hope you guys have, because you guys keep asking that question, the fear of jail. I hope you've gotten the answer, because if you do the right things, jail is way far off. I mean, way far off. I mean, it's rare for you to just say they arrest you because you run a business. That's not how it works.
You are
You
running
know?
restaurant business and you know you are not supposed to keep old food to serve it to people. But you
Yeah,
carry African, the food that remains today, you put it in refrigerator to bring it tomorrow to warm it up for people to eat and pay you for fresh money. You will go to jail because you
yeah.
deserve going to jail. You are cheating. You are not praying proper. So those things should. That's why character is the foundation of leadership. If you have that and integrity, you can face any situation. I live fearless. I don't fear anybody because I stay within my boundaries. If you go to your job and have employees and start abusing them or molesting them, why won't you go to jail? Whether you're a doctor or are you an ordinary person, those things that will make you tell me where I'm going to die so that I will not go there. That's how to live. You already know that jail is waiting for you. So why do you need to fast track it? You can't be doing the right thing and you go to jail. It's not possible. It's not possible.
And I agree. So the next question is for people who are issues of fear of not being able to access funding, and people are also scared of taking loan. And in developed world, you have to use credit to scale your business. And by the way, guys, we'll take more during the conference, whether you're attending physically or virtually. So don't worry that we're not taking much today. But go ahead, sir.
Very simple. I never advocate to take loan to start business because it could be the easiest way to commit suicide and create problem for your family. You need to take your own cash to take initial risk. That's why discipline comes in financial management. You said, this is where I'm going. There is price that is paid. But let me tell you, if you are sitting, if you are jumping up, you are paying a price. If you are running, you are paying a price. But if you are staying static, you are paying the greatest price, not moving. Because you will be aging. You keep on living a life of survival. Your instinct can only help you to survive. You need knowledge. You can't just live by instinct. You need knowledge. That's why if you haven't registered for this event, register for them. Because knowledge is what will empower you. If you are willing to add wisdom and the knowledge you have, because
Exactly.
there are many smoking doctors. They have knowledge, but they lack wisdom.
Very true.
Okay? So it's not just that you have knowledge that is important. You need wisdom. Wisdom is supreme. And that new wisdom is application. Taking those things you've learned and put them into practice. Otherwise, you are just a bunch of intellectual. Nothing comes out of it, but you speak good grammar and impeccable grammar. Nobody can find any flaw in your grammar, but you have nothing to show for it, for yourself or for your family. What does it profit you? Okay, so what I'm saying is very simple and clear. Nobody truly determined, willing to succeed in life that I've never seen succeeded. Economics is not just what they taught you in the university. Economics is what you practice in your house every day. Opportunity cost. What is most important in my life? The goals you have set for yourself will make you set money aside because you are planning to take some financial risk and you can't take it on anybody's money. You need to take that financial risk in your own capital. So if you lose the money, you swallow it, knowing, and you don't have people chasing you. When you now have tested business, something you see that are progressive in nature, but struggling with capital.
Yeah.
This is when you can begin to talk to colleagues. First, family members, people you know, credibility you have built over a period of time, people who have seen your lifestyle and the level of discipline. Because if I'm watching you, I don't know where you work, what you earn. You need certain bogus lifestyle. After that, you are coming to borrow money from me. I will ask myself, who is fooling who?
Yeah.
Who is fooling who? You go some many vacations you don't deserve, that totally unnecessary as an African person that have plans and goals for yourself.
Yeah.
Set those money aside. Deny yourself. That time you can talk to somebody. And if he take you to a question and say, look, my friend, what is inhibiting me is capital. I had only $5,000. In 2 years, I've grown it to $10,000. If I have $20,000 today or $50,000, you will be amazed what I will do in 3 years. And the person seeing on track, in record, authentic, what you have achieved on your own, financial risk you have to do. But lazy people just write proposals. proposal. He come to me, Dr. Maduka, I find business no other person in Africa find. If you bring you haven't seen $2 million before, you are calling it is cheap for you because they tell you I want $1 billion. So why don't you show me the financial risk you have taken?
Yes.
Your own money that you have committed in the thing you believed in,
Yeah.
where you have taken. Open up small shop. Don't look for big thing. Learn how to cut people's hair. One Charles Anudu, that's what he started with here in Nigeria. Multi-billionaire today, working in bank and open salon shop. Close to the bank, go to the salon shop. Talking to customer. His wife is a cashier. People don't know. You give him a tip, give his wife tip. They were collecting money. Till they rented the whole building for Baba Salon.
Wow.
They never end up in Baba Salon, but they had a story to tell where they started. Many of want artificial growth. It never happened. Everything grow artificially is dead on arrival.
True.
All this artificial food, they are no good. They create cancer. They can heal people, but they multiply because they are genetic. But they are don't look for artificial financial growth. It does not exist. You will only end up a gambler and your life will be messing up because you will just you are going to hit 1 million by not working. That's a bad mindset.
Somebody is, Joe, you were saying that, it's not just about, beside attending conferences, access to funding. What do you think we teach you in conferences? It's still the access. Funding has never been the problem. There's so much funding opportunities in the UK, but you're not going to access it if you don't even know what they are and how do you qualify for them. There are so many funding assets in the US. We're going to bring in somebody to share in the US version of this training on funding. But you're not going to access it if you don't structure. And that's why the problem, many of us don't want to do the A, but we want the Z. Right? So now you are talking about funding program. The funding program requires that you meet certain things. And if you don't meet those things, you are not going to get the funding. That's what we're saying here. So it starts from getting the knowledge, getting the training, getting the education. How do I structure my business? How do I scale? What are the step by step? What are the processes? How do I even think big as an entrepreneur? How do I kill some limiting mindset I've gotten before now? That's what conferences like this are about. So I hope I've helped you, Joe. Yes, sir.
Even I read that someone said, Cosmas, share the financial risk you have taken where you borrow money from bank. Do you think that's what is a priority to you? There is there. You see it in the chat box.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to attend to it, go ahead, sir.
Okay, fine. Several of them. But let me take, if you think I never took risk, let me take the one that will show you risk. And eventually that risk crystallize. I avail my credibility to a young man that is in a petroleum business that I have no knowledge about. But I put some mitigation in place that I believe that will mitigate the risk. Unfortunately, let me say unfortunately, the bank gave him a leeway with which he used to nail us. This transaction was to import PPMS to arrive about for jetty. Hebrews, one of the Hebrews jetty there, store in a dedicated tank. that SGS take control over. Then they start dispensing. To dispense is that you pay money into bank and SGS release order because you have paid and the people dispense to you. So I felt I was on top of it. Bank normally should have put a clause that they will be responsible of nominating a vessel that will carry this product because it pertaining to them. So they ceded this to this guy. He goaded me. The first transaction was for $46 million. I did it. He promised he would clean it in 120 days. In 77 days, he paid it off. Brought another invoice. I financed it for him for another $42 million. He said he would do that in 90 days. In 88 days, he cleared it off. Brought another one. We did 6 invoices in a consistent basis that all went successfully. Between June and December, he came with 5 documents, 6 of them that is over $200 million, and said if I do this for him, he will never ask me for any favor again in life. I got bank to open that LLC. Financial risk. I borrow on a negative pledge, so I have access to money, including Standard Chartered borrow me on a negative pledge in this country. This LC was financed. This guy nominated the vessel and took the vessel somewhere and sold the consignment offshore. Smiling home. $50 days passed, no money entered the account. 70 come, I didn't see money. 90 days passed, 120 days. I started feeling concerned. He told me to have a meeting with me in a hotel somewhere in Ikoyi. This guy started speaking in tongue. That he loaned consignment to somebody, mentioned one funny name, and the person let him down. That's why money had not come. So I said, what does that mean? He said he's pursuing him, he will pay. I said, no, I don't understand you. What are you saying? I was dumbfounded, I couldn't speak. The bank had to call me to say they haven't seen money. And I was sitting in a board of that bank. Financial risk. This transaction crystallized. The bank debited my account for 21 billion naira. That's the value in naira if you converted. Interest rate on a monthly basis is 300 million. It's like a man bleeding. If you don't stop the bleeding, you bleed to death. Something dramatical need to happen. This guy was still speaking in tongue. No cash was coming. First was that it was a crisis. The letter of credit was not open in my name. And the bank want to legalize their paper and request I need to take this obligation because I introduced it. I called a board meeting. Consecration's board unanimously said they will not take this obligation because it's not Consecration's obligation. Introducing a customer does not mean financial obligation. That morally I am obligated, but financially I am not. They will not jeopardize Consecration's franchise because the bank should go after the guy. We went after him, seized 3 vessels in Greece, the vessel that carry those transactions, instituted a court, a London court, because I am a smart guy. Like this, what this other guy tried to do to me. I can trust you, but I don't trust blindly. I'm very cautious, even when I'm expressing trust on you, because I know this can later be. I injected in that agreement that if we have any problem, the matter will be settled in UK court.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know he play with the system here, but he cannot get away with UK. I suited a case where your matter is hard tomorrow, hard next tomorrow, in 1 week or latest 1 month to get judgment. I sue him worldwide over his assets, restored him down. That was where he got some government connection for Ancom to bail him out. Meanwhile, I need to settle the bank first because this was an after. Is that I signed all my shares in Access Bank. I used to own 21% of Access Bank. The current owners were my boys that I brought to run the institutions for me. I signed it off. Even though my board said no, when we finished that meeting, left, I had a self-conversation. Because when I teach integrity, people think I'm a madman. You never know whether you have integrity until it's subjected to test.
Absolutely.
My integrity, for the first time, were subjected to the test. I didn't sign anywhere. Fiduciary responsibility, Consecration did not have. But would bank have availed this money without me? The answer is no. I told myself. Can I walk away from this answer? The answer is yes. Will you still talk integrity? The answer is no. Do you want to remain a man of integrity or a wishy-washy crook that project integrity? I said I want to remain a man of integrity. I called the MD of the bank by 8 o'clock. I was still in my corporate head office in Awoyaya. I said, send me the documents of that thing and send me share transfer certificate. I signed them all that night. I came home, I told my wife, I said, I jumped up 3 times. I said, I won, I won, I won. My wife said, she doesn't understand. When did I become a gambler? I said, dear, I won. He said, no, be serious. You want to know what I mean? I said, I signed that paper. She screamed at me, you signed? I said, yes, I signed. She screamed again, you signed? I said, yes, I signed. He said, where do you keep 21 billion? I said, nowhere. No, not in any refrigerator. But I have a peace of mind. One of the things we need to teach you guys is how to fall effectively. Because you've been taught how to succeed, but you have never taught how to rise up when you fall. How to get a broken character. Because you need to keep on watching and see where there are cracks in your character. Nobody can do any miracle to heal you. Character is not a gift. There's no gift of God of character, not telling a lie. We all come to this world speaking lies. Character is a virtue you develop, both on your kneel and in your constant practice, and allow it to go through test. So that is a financial risk that I took.
I mean, we have to let you go so you can rest. Come, can you help me celebrate Dr. Cosmas Maduka? Come on, everybody, celebrate. We need to learn to celebrate. One of the things I've said is Africa lacks, heroes because we don't celebrate them. What you said here is not beans. It's not. I mean, we love to always talk bad about leaders, and when we see great leaders who have lived it, who have paid the price, it's not a motivational talk. They paid the price. We need to celebrate. So please, come on, keep it coming.
The bank under any stress, looking for me, calling me, and we are going to court, messing ourselves up in dating. I can stand there. It's his word against my word.
Yeah.
He has to kill me. So get this thing straight. It's either you are serious-minded or you are not. That's why I say credibility is the first level of money. Not cash you keep in the bank or collateral as you gave to the bank. When
Absolutely.
you have, I lost till today. Access Bank used to make 1 billion, and I get 200 million naira in dividend. Today they make 160 billion. I don't get nothing because I assisted someone. So when you talk about financial risk, I take them every day. My heart is strong, built like a stone. And that's why if I to make also, I don't care a damn.
And what's exciting about some of what you guys are going to be learning in London and in Houston is, and I want to ask you that question, but it's not here. I will ask you in London and in Houston. How, despite what happened to you, you still loan people money till today. I mean, the $2 million you were talking about is still more recent. It was after that particular case.
2001, yeah.
Exactly. So, how do we need to even learn about that? How do you still come back and not say, "Oh, I will never support any entrepreneur again. I will never help anybody again." And there's so much. I want to encourage you guys. Tell somebody. Don't just come. Even if you're not in London, tell somebody, "Hey, you have to come and meet Dr. Cosmos and learn." Tell your friends in the US, spread this word. And the website is already given to you, www.businessgrowthconference.org. Use the coupon code GBC50 or use the coupon code business, the word business, one word. Any of that code, if you are registering today, you get 50% discount to be part of that event. We want to see you succeed, whether you are in Nigeria or you are in UK or you are in US we would love to be in other cities. But for this year, that's where we're coming to Singapore as well. We'll tell you that later. But those are the cities we can do this year. But go register. There's so much to learn, and I promise you will be exposed to how to really grow your business in a legitimate way, in a honest way, with integrity. And you can do it internationally. So all this, we're scared. If we do business internationally, we run into trouble. We'll learn all of that. How do you structure the business in such a way? Someone say, where's the venue in London? Go to the website. You will see it. It's Millennia Gloucester Hotel, London. It's in Kensington, Millennium Gloucester Hotel. So London is 20, let me see, this month, London is 26th and 27th of July. Registration starts 8 a.m. But you need to, like I said, you have opportunity for 50% discount today, so go get it. While Houston is 23rd and 24th of August. Yeah, that is JW Marriott by the Galleria in Houston, Texas. We also have virtual tickets available, so you can sign up for the virtual one if you are not in any of these cities. So if you can fly down from whatever parts you're coming from, I promise you it's going to be one of those best. And I want to thank Dr. Cosman. I want all of you to also help me thank him. He's one of the few people at his level willing to do this, because many people think we make money from conferences. We don't. In fact, we run into loss. The one we did last year, we run into loss, right? It's not about money. But if some of us don't take risk to teach our people, we'll continue to have 419s, Yahoo Yahoo, be the one to represent our race, right? But if we can risk building our people with the right information to really scale businesses, to really build large corporations, and also educate our people on how we need to support our own businesses as well. This is how we're going to take things to the next level. So let me thank him, because he's one of the few people at his level, haven't done business for over 50 years, and still wanting to pull people up, teach people, invest in people, support people, share wisdom. Is one of the few people you ever find. And so please celebrate him, and let's come out, because that's also how to reward such decision. If I choose to leave my comfort, I will have made more money. I want to teach people in London, I'll teach people in Houston. There should be enough turnout to encourage me to know that these people value it. Because what we keep hearing is that we've been over mentored, underfunded. If the mentorship is the first part to funding, right? If we give you money and then you don't have the right mentorship, you will blow the money and waste the money. Just like the young man he gave over $200 million to. You know what that means? Right? If that man, and I believe that Cosmos agree with me, if that man has been properly mentored on issues of integrity, on issues of doing things right, he would not have, wasted that opportunity you gave him. And we're seeing too
What are,
many people still do that.
what are you to have his character? There's no teaching that that can change a character problem until the person need to go and repair his character first
Yeah,
of all.
yeah.
Any other will be, there's no mentorship. If he wants to live with that lifestyle, with that character, anybody that have financial transaction with him is at a great risk.
Very true. Very true. But I also feel that if he begins to imbibe teachings like yours, because some of these people
Of course,
had started business before they met you. Yes,
absolutely, it will help
yes,
to start correcting his error.
exactly.
So
Exactly. So it's
step,
important. Go ahead. What
taking
did
your,
you say?
as a life is about self-examination, taking yourself on.
Exactly. And sometimes the right association you are in, a lot of people don't do business right and their character is faulty, because the kind of people they keep tells them just continue to do things anyhow. But when you keep the counsel of the wise, you'll be wise. When you and that's also what events like this does, because you are meeting the right set of people who want to hear the right information. Because not everybody wants to hear what we are teaching. Not everybody.
You see, the part of the risk the people are running away from is that when you start business, like in our blood, people will approach you to launder money, and you are being tempted to collect cash to say
Exactly.
you business, and you, instead of your core business, you are looking for where to artificial growth. So if you don't have, so those are things. So you can, those of you who said, if you know you can't resist such temptation, stay away. Because stay away.
You are very right. I've been in my office in Houston before, and a gentleman, I said Houston, in Dubai, and a gentleman said, I have money full of cash. I want to buy property. I told him, we don't do that here. He was surprised. He said, no, it's clean money. I said, you can't bring cash. If it's clean money, take it to the bank, right? And then wire it properly. Why must you bring cash? And he was shocked. He thought I was mad. So you must understand, and you are right, sir. If you don't want to do business the right way,
Then
then don't
don't
do it.
don't do
Don't do
it.
it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Because you go to jail faster.
Very
Just
fast.
glorify your poverty and remain where you are.
Thank you so much, sir, for today. We are grateful. We look forward to seeing you in London. I'll be on ground to pick you up at the airport myself, and we pray that your fasting, God answers your prayer on time, and
He will, and
we receive grace to start fasting like you.
he will, as always. I've always get that.
Yeah.
The reward is greater than the sacrifice. You never overgive God. You never overgive God. Whatever you give him, he pack it in big full and return it to you to your amazement.
Yeah.
That's part of
We receive grace to start fasting like you. I think it's something our generation has to learn. We're not at 40 days is a tough one, but God will help us. God will help us. Thank you so much.
start,
We're grateful.
start from 1 week. Don't everything like normal in life is a practice, So, whether you are going to jog, you don't want to go and start jogging for 1 hour. Jog for 10 minutes. Or jog 10 minutes on consistent basis and move it to another times. Your body will gradually accept it because he will listen to you. But if you never jump and got to do 1 hour, you will not do it again the rest of your life because you'll be sick for 6 months for that 1 hour thing that you did.
Very
Common
true.
sense.
Very true. Very true. Thank you so much, sir. We're grateful, guys. Thank you for being part of today's. Yes, sir. Have a great day, sir. Bye-bye. So, guys, don't miss London and Houston. We're starting with London. Tell your friends, get everybody on board. You can send me a DM and my team will attend to you. If you have any question about the conference, if you have some clarities you need, just go to my inbox right now and send a DM. If you have any question about the conference, whether the London one or the Houston one. But remember, go to the website right now, www.businessgrowthconference.org. Use the coupon code BUSINESS or use the coupon code GBC50. And it will give you 50% discount today. Okay, this offer is not forever, it's just today. So go take advantage of it. Sign up right now. I love you all. God bless you and see you in London, see you in Houston. Remember, if you cannot make it physically, you can join the event virtually. The virtual ticket is the same. You can do regular, you can do VIP, whichever one you can afford. Love you all. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye.